I'm Allie. Do you like to lick things? Well, I do, so let's do it. First, I need to tell you that I ended up with 4 kinds of peanut butter in my house, unplanned for no apparent reason, and I really want to find the one that works, and I'm going to take you with me. So please enjoy as we taste Skippy Natural. Is roasted peanuts, sugar, palm oil, and salt. This is the one that I'm almost out of, and I really want to get away from the sugar, even though I like that it's simple. So I found a Skippy no sugar added. It's basically the exact same, roasted peanuts, palm oil, and salt, just no sugar. So I haven't opened this. I'm actually really excited to see because I love the texture of this. It tastes just like that good old fashioned Jif, whatever, but without all the crazy ingredients. Then I have Adams, no stir. Adams peanut butter is like the go-to natural, minimal ingredients, but it's terrible. It separates, it's grainy, the texture, I've always appreciated it, but never liked it. But this jar, I've never opened, and you can tell there's no oil floating around. So I do believe when they say no stir, this could be possibly it. And this has peanuts and then contains 2% less of vegetable monoglycerides from palm oil and salt. Peanuts, oil, salt. Not a problem. Also, which has been sitting here for I don't know how long, Winco store brand creamy peanut butter. I will not touch this. I want to know how it tastes compared to these other guys, so I will give it a try, but most of the time you cannot get me to eat this. Selected roasted peanuts, sugar, hydrogenated vegetable oil, cottonseed and or rapeseed, salt, and molasses. Not a fan of the and or, not a fan of the trans fat. So I'm really happy to say goodbye to this, but I need to know what I'm going to be buying. So let's do the Skippy, the natural. I already know what this tastes like. I have been eating it, clearly, but I want to just get a better sense of what's happening here. So the texture is flawless. It's velvety. You can see it's smooth. You don't have almost any texture to it, so not complaining there. How is that for sticking to the roof of your mouth? I guess that's a good quality of a good peanut butter. I can taste like the roasted flavor, the salt. It doesn't taste sweet, although there's sugar in it. And to me, if I'm not getting a sweet taste, then it's really not worth having the sugar in. Ooh! Adam has taken a dive. This one is glass, so go figure. I really want to compare this Skippy up against its no sugar added brother. That was really good. I like that stuff, but I'm hoping that this one will be just as good without the sugar, so that this can be my new brand. It's hard to find. I mean, I've never seen this blue label before, but when I saw it, I was like, "Ooh, hello. Who are you?" So, same glassy surface. Not surprised. It's basically the same. I mean, I'm not sure what they pulverize these with to get that texture. But it looks basically identical. Smooth, creamy, no complaints. Ooh. Ooh. I really like this on the tongue initially. I'm sure every jar is a little different, but I almost get more of a sense of the oil that's in it. It's like softer, smoother. The flavor is basically the same. It's roasted, It's peanutty. I mean, what can I say? I really can't tell any lack of sweetness from the sugar being gone. I mean, honestly, I don't know why they even need a recipe with that sugar in it. I'm sure that it does something to your body. It's like a little perk that you don't recognize even if you don't taste it, but I could do without. So definitely gonna say for my choice of eliminating the sugar, no sugar added has it so far. So this is Adam's No Stir. Look at that. It's shiny smooth too. There's no oil. We got some bubbles on top. It really looks about the same. It feels a little thicker coming out, I think. So compared to the other two, very much the same. I can see maybe a little bit more graininess, maybe not. Can't really tell if you put this in front of me. Yeah. Right away it's the salt. It is a little bit more sticky. I'm gonna have to work a little harder to get this off the roof of my mouth. What was the difference here? Vegetable monoglycerides from palm oil. So it's not the whole palm oil itself. The other two have palm oil, and this has the monoglycerides from palm oil. So it does have like a little stickier texture and a little saltier flavor. It's more savory. Texture is great though. I'd say it's very comparable, but it's definitely giving me like a salty, it tastes like a shelled peanut. If I was to just eat a raw peanut out of the shell, this is more what it would taste like. It's not as much of a treat. All right, number 4, the Winco. I just almost don't really want to touch this, but it does have a little bit of oil separation. You can see the oil kind of floating on top. Now this one's been used, but it's been around. See the oil there. Maybe not. Maybe it's not worth it. I'm going right for the middle. Just a little. Yeah, it's a little separated. So, texture-wise, it doesn't even want to stick to the plate. It's creamier and smoother than any of them. And the visual difference is that the Winco brand doesn't have the little tiny dark brown flecks. It's just all homogeneous light brown. So it is very processed. There's not, I mean, I almost wonder if they've taken out part of the peanut. There's no dark brown. Wow, very different. It's a little smoother, a little less sticky. It tastes sweeter. I can taste that roasted flavor. There's almost like a smoky element to it that's a little different. It's just a different flavor. And there's kind of a extra. I don't want to venture out too much and say it's a chemically taste, but it's almost like a little chemically. There's something there. Oh, it has molasses. Yeah, that sweetness is very different, and I bet it's the molasses. Definitely changes things. It's concerning to taste. I don't want to really live too deep into that taste. I'm sure that a child would appreciate that one probably more than the others, but I don't like it. I won't be going back for more. I'd have to say my vote out of them all would be the Skippy, no sugar added. just for preference. And the Skippy Natural really wasn't much different. And for that matter, the Adams wasn't much different either. It's a little more savory. If I had to go with a sweet option or a sweet option or a savory, I would use this more in cooking and stuff. But really, either one of them would. This would be fine on a sandwich. I think I like the glass jar better if I was going to try to be more earth conscious, but this one's a little cheaper and it's safe from dropping if I don't want it to break. So honestly, I could see myself buying either one of these. Again, I was not sponsored. I am not a paid sponsor. I'm not a peanut butter street team member. I just somehow ended up with a lot of it and I really wanted to eat it. So, bon appetit. Enjoy yourself.